guys, and welcome to a very special episode of RGBtv. As you guys know, in our last video of expectations and first impressions for X-Men Apocalypse, I had a very special guest host with me, and that was my cousin Daniel. He was also supposed to do the X-Men Apocalypse spoiler review. Unfortunately, he got a bit sick. He got a little under the weather. He wasn't able to do the review with me. So what I ended up doing was I ended up collaborating with some pretty cool guys over at the Goat Movie Podcast. We did a pretty awesome review for X-Men Apocalypse. Now, our review runs a little long. Now, for you guys today, I've compiled the highlights of that review, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So this is a pretty awesome collaboration with the guys over at the Goat Movie Podcast. I totally recommend you guys check out their channel. This is just the highlights for X-Men Apocalypse review, but if you guys want to check out the full video, it's pretty long, but it's pretty awesome. Totally worth it. Check it out. I'm going to leave the link to their channel in the description below. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this review. And totally check out their channel as well. Check out the full review. It's going to be pretty awesome. And I hope you guys like. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. This is the Go Movie Podcast. My name is Angel.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Julius.
And I'm Jonathan.
Today, we're going to be reviewing X-Men Apocalypse. Woo! We're going to get started with Jonathan today. We're going to talk about experience. How was the film for you, man?
I had a blast, dude. I had such a great time with the movie.
Awesome.
I was a little worried before the movie. I went early. I went at 3 o'clock. It was a 7 o'clock showing. Zero line. Zero line up until like 6:30. Not one person in line. What a crappy movie Days of Future Past was. You didn't like it? I did not like it, dude. Yes, I did not. You didn't like it?
Yeah, I didn't like it either.
Okay, dude.
We're in the hot box, man.
And I was
yes.
It's not. I'm sorry,
I'm
but
not crazy.
No.
I'm not crazy.
No. First
No, you're
Class
crazy.
is hands down worlds better than Days of Future Past, and I thought I was scared going in. I thought I wasn't gonna like Apocalypse. I thought it was gonna be another Days of Future Past, and maybe it was my low expectations, but I had a great time watching it. It was awesome. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time, and I was like, oh man, and I was like, oh dude,
Yeah, for sure.
the whole movie.
For sure.
Well, dude,
Okay, so I totally agree with this experience with X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh, with Future Past, yeah.
No, not Future Past, and we'll get into that a little bit. But X-Men Apocalypse, I'm usually there first in line. I had a couple things to handle that day, and unfortunately I wasn't there, in the morning like I usually am for comic book films. Or films I just anticipate in general. X-Men Apocalypse is something I was looking forward to very much. I absolutely love First Class. It's brilliant. Days of Future Past, I loved even more than First Class. I thought it elevated everything that First Class had in terms of acting, story. I thought even action sequences. I thought it did everything better. And I love both of those films. That's why I don't understand his points with Days of Future Past. He's going to have to explain them to me. And we'll see if they're
I'll
logical.
explain them.
Yeah, no, we're going to have to see. But
Don't
I
do that.
absolutely loved X-Men Apocalypse. I had the privilege of watching it with these guys. I love seeing films with them. I remember sitting and the whole entire time, just like how he was, like, ooh, I was like, there were so many moments, brilliant moments throughout the whole film where I was just, it was breathtaking. Honestly, I had no idea that I was going to love this film so much. I was immediately captivated from the first scene, and as each scene progressed, I just felt more invested and engaged throughout the entire film, and that's rare for a film to do, to really captivate someone even more as each second passes by, and that's what X-Men Apocalypse did for me. Great performances, amazing sequences of, the action was, the CGI wasn't that great, but I was just captivated in it, and I absolutely loved it. I definitely recommend for you guys to go check it out. There's something in the film that you will love. I guarantee that. There's something that everyone can take out of this film.
Yeah.
Had a great time. Love seeing it with these guys. Great experience.
Yeah, the experience is, for me was kind of like minimal. Like, I was talking to Daniel mostly, like, before we went to go see it. And I was like, I'm looking forward to it. Like, I've been hearing a bunch of these reviews about, like, it not being the best, not being that good, actually. And I mean, like, I don't think it's good, but I don't think it's bad. I think it's just fun.
It's just there.
It's just there, and it's like, it's not a terrible film, it's just there. So, I mean, I don't know. It's all. I mean, I'll review it later, but the experience was a lot of fun. Just hanging out with the guys. Yeah, so it was average.
For me, the experience was amazing. I loved the experience. I thought it was really cool. I've read comics all my life. I've seen all of these movies, so like it's a little bit different. I have a reference point, right? Mm-hmm. So this wasn't, I felt bipolar watching the movie. I felt like I had bipolar disorder because I was like, one scene I'd be like, dude, this is the best thing I've ever seen, and then the next scene would happen. I was like, what the hell is this? What is going on? What is this? And then the next thing I'd be like, whoa, and then I'd be back to like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? So I felt literally bipolar going throughout the whole movie.
For sure.
But the experience of even the issues that I had with the movie, I loved it because the issues I was like, dude, what is this? And we were like, it was part of the experience. I was like, hey, what is that? Come on, what the hell is this? Yeah. Like it was part. I felt like the issues were just issues to talk about. They weren't issues to hate the movie. You know what I mean? So, but they are there. And so it didn't allow me to like elevate this movie into something, something more, something like a Deadpool, something like a Civil War. It's definitely not up there. But the experience, like we're talking about, it going to the theater or whatever, it was definitely fun.
All right, guys. So we're gonna be moving on to the story. We're just gonna be talking about whether we liked it or not. So let's get started. Did you guys like the story?
It's pretty general. I mean, it's just pretty simple and like I don't feel like there was
much of a
story. I mean, a lot of it was building up to that fight at the end.
Yeah,
really. I mean, that was like the main point. I feel of the film.
I agree. It's a very basic story. It's kind of like what Ultron was doing, and it's kind of like what countless other villains.
Yeah,
it's filler.
But just the way it was executed, I thought was really. It was done really well.
Yeah, it wasn't a problem, but I wasn't like blown away. What was this writing? Wow, like
when you think about it, look, the main story is Apocalypse. He wakes up from his sleep and he sees the Earth. He sees that it's filled with war and savagery and pain, and him as a god, basically as a mutant, he wants to get rid of that. He wants to cleanse the Earth.
We will cleanse the Earth. To the strongest.
He's apparently this religious figure, and
he feels that the Earth lost their way
exactly
without his guidance.
Exactly, and I, like he said, with the execution, I felt like they handled it very well throughout the whole film.
But the thing
from beginning to end, I thought.
How in depth did they go into Apocalypse, though?
But they don't need to.
I feel like
he's a god.
There
That's
should
all
be
you need to know
some
about it. He's a god, and he wants to rule.
But the thing
but
is,
there wasn't though, right? There wasn't like an in-depth explanation. It was just like
it wasn't in-depth, but at the same time, I don't think it was necessary.
I feel like it is
for a character like
him.
Here's
the thing. But the thing is, he's not really a god. Like he's not. He's a mutant. He's the first one.
Right.
But like that doesn't explain like his vague superpowers. How all that
spoilers now.
Oh yeah. No. This whole thing is spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But his the mechanics of how like. Because the pyramids are kind of like they have the silver and stuff. Like I don't know his thing. I don't know why he wants to do this. I don't know who he is really. I mean, I know the basic information because of that scene with exposition with Moira.
Some believe that the first mutant was born thousands of years ago. He was some kind of god, and he's going to rise again.
But like that's all I know.
Yeah,
I don't know him.
And I totally agree with you guys that like they didn't explain why he wanted to do this, and that's a great reason to kind of diminish him as a part of the film because you're totally right.
And there's a threat. Really,
yeah, they didn't explain him. They didn't explain that aspect of him right. But I don't know. I just felt like seeing him on screen and seeing him, understand slowly what the world has evolved to with the humans was a great way to show that. He really wants to get rid of it all. He wants to cleanse it because he does have that power.
The scene when he's touching the TV and he just says, "I'm learning."
Yeah,
that's like,
that's cool.
It's about to get serious.
It's really cool. Trying to get into characters.
Let's jump into characters.
We're gonna start with Professor X. I love James McAvoy as Professor X in every single one of the films. Whether you like them or not, James McAvoy kills it as Professor.
Always looks wet for some reason.
He's always wet. Dude, loved the hair, dude, in every one of the films.
And then
this one because he loses it.
He does always look like he's gonna cry.
That hair, he rocks that hair in this movie.
He does rock the hair in every single one of his films, but the
way he loses his hair was pretty stupid.
Yeah, it was really dumb.
Put it on the negative.
Yeah, it was. But
it's very minor. It's very nitpicky.
Yeah,
but I feel like he makes, I don't know, he just makes Charles Xavier so real. Just like with all the inner struggles that he has, the care he has for the mutants.
I feel a great swirl of pity for the poor soul that comes to my school looking for trouble.
You fall in love with him as a character, as a leader. We all agree that
Professor X was awesome.
He was awesome. McAvoy, amazing.
Definitely.
Magneto.
Oh, the feels, dude.
That's a different story.
God.
For me, I think he's Fassbender gives one of the best comic book performances ever for me personally. In terms of his emotional arc throughout the whole trilogy, he gives one of the best emotional arcs I've ever seen for a character. He became Magneto. This story in X-Men Apocalypse, he's the most disturbed I've ever seen him.
Whatever it is you think you saw in me, I buried it with my family.
And it's brilliant. He knows how to bring anger and serenity into the character at the same time so beautifully. I loved him.
And he's taking it seriously.
Yeah, seriously.
Acting wise, he was the best.
Yeah, he was.
He was the best, like hands down. I mean, there was other good performances. There was more bad performances, I think, but Fassbender just, I mean, it was a Magneto movie. It was not an Apocalypse movie. This movie.
They're all Magneto movies.
Magneto was the Apocalypse didn't destroy the world.
That's
Magneto
the thing.
did.
Magneto
was the
jail.
But that's not like my problem. Like
no, I mean we can get into that in the negatives,
sure.
but definitely Magneto was the one that, like you said, he's the one that destroyed the Earth.
Oh, for sure, and I loved him.
At least 1 billion people had to have died. I think Apocalypse was just kind of there, and the reason that we had Angel, Psylocke, and Magneto and Storm, but he was. I don't want to say pointless, but
I'll say it for you.
Yeah,
I mean, he didn't really do much in that last fight, other than stand and then attack later. Because I feel like you got to do what was his plan other than just get a new body and
to cleanse it,
to cleanse the earth? But he wouldn't have done anything. He would have sent his boys to do that.
Yeah,
he would have sent his boys.
They're his main men. That's his whole.
They're his men. They're his people who he trusts with his life. His goal was to cleanse the earth and to rule it by connecting to all his children.
Oh, that's
I forgot that. Yeah, exactly. That was
he's a loving father figure.
I guess so. That was
the core of it.
That was his goal, and I respected him because as a character for who he is, he's like an apex predator. He has those elements where he wants to. I mean, he had with that much power. Wouldn't you rule the world?
No, and I've told you, you don't want me with Superman's powers.
Exactly.
But the thing is he an apex predator? An apex predator
he has
does
aspects,
his own thing.
He has aspects of it. Aspects of it in terms of I need the power. I need to be connected to everyone and rule this world because that's just who I am.
Yeah, that's my chain of command.
Yeah, I have I have that evolution, and that's what I respected about him.
I don't know, man. I just felt like this guy was kind of lame. In the long aspect of things, this guy was he was speeches
compared to what he should have been. Compared to what he should have been, I thought so.
But I don't even know, what should he have been, other than a good character?
I've been called many things over many lifetimes. Ra, Krishna, Yahweh.
Those were so fun though when they were messing with the voice. Because would you want to be in a room with that fool? Like with the powers that he had, he was intimidating. He was menacing, and that's what a villain should have.
I'm more scared.
You weren't scared of him?
I'm more scared of Magneto.
You were scared of him with the sand chopping people's heads off.
I loved it whenever he would speak.
That's quick. Magneto.
Whenever he would speak in his normal voice, and then the voice of all the bodies he's taking over,
the thing is though,
powerful. He has the gravitas. He has the gravitas to be just. He's such a good.
Yeah, but then we didn't see it, right? It was just implied. That's my problem.
I saw it.
That all that was just implied. I didn't see him do. I
didn't even know he had that voice thing. I thought
you didn't notice the multiple voices.
No, I just thought that was part of his very vague superpowers, which were
They weren't explained.
Like, because I didn't.
speaks in
What were his
harmonies.
powers?
He had everything. He had everything except for the new mutations he was exposed to. He told that to Charles. He's like, in my many generations, I've had.
See, that was
I've had
another one of the
everything.
speeches where I was. I mean, like maybe that's just me,
No,
but I'm
I
just
think
kind of like
he's-
this guy's just so unmemorable.
Yeah.
Or I'm just like I don't
and I won't
care.
argue with
I
that.
don't really care
know,
about
and
this guy.
I
Yeah.
totally
That's
get
what
that
I'm
with
saying.
you guys. That's one of those things where like, who does it affect? How does it affect you? And I
mean,
totally
he
understand
wasn't.
your guys' point on
He wasn't. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just
that. Anyone,
saying like.
any actor could have played Apocalypse. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
they
we'll
do.
get into that as
They
well
do.
with other characters. But we
Yeah.
jumped into Apocalypse.
Mhm.
Awesome. Quicksilver.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Oh.
Quicksilver.
So
Let me throw this out there.
Do
I'm
it.
a DC guy,
Do it.
and this made me so excited for the Flash.
This
Oh
was
my
better.
God.
Quicksilver was better than Flash for me. I think they need to catch up.
Well, I
Because-
mean,
yeah,
I mean-
no, he was. The way they handled Quicksilver with the way I felt like, oh, like in the mansion when they blew it up, and then you hear the song.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world.
The song.
You
one,
knew his scene was
one,
was about to
one.
start.
I love that damn song.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
that song.
What song was it?
And two, it was these things. These things are made of. These things are made of. Yeah, sweet dreams are made of this. Yeah.
arithmetic.
Sweet dreams are made of this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the best song.
It was so great. But the way I
best
felt,
song of all
the
time.
way I felt in that whole entire scene was the way I used to feel with Flash and Justice League, the animated
Yeah,
show. I just had so much
Yeah.
fun. I cared about what he was doing with the mutants, saving them from the mansion because I thought they were done when Havoc blew it up.
You know what's funny is we're going down this list, right? And it's like half and half, and it's so funny. Like we're going like that was great,
Yeah.
and then we're going like that was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Right.
Like it's
dude.
that's what I'm saying. Like
It's one
I
of
couldn't
those
elevate it to where I really wanted to because I did have an experience, but I just couldn't. Like there were so many bad performances. There's too many for me to be like. I mean, I can't just ignore that. Like,
On my personal list, it's the negative actors, just Angel and Psylocke, and everyone else.
For me, it's
Mystique,
Angel, Psylocke, Mystique,
Storm,
Moira, Storm.
Moira was bad.
I didn't think Moira was that.
I
bad.
thought
Moira was
Charles's love interest.
Agent
Yeah.
McDonald's.
I felt like
she was
Moira
just-
McTaggart.
I just felt like the positives of this film extremely outweigh the negatives of it.
I agree. Extremely.
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 The positive in terms of performance, they blow away what the Horsemen brought. And think about it. There was 3 Horsemen that we didn't enjoy, but think about the rest of the cast.
Yeah,
that
but
brought
why
it.
is the movie fighting itself? You know
It's
what I
not
mean?
fighting itself. There's
It
sometimes
is.
just some things aren't executed as well, but that still won't
Yeah,
hurt
but we
the
should-
overall film
we
for
should
me.
be. I just thought it was a film that was trying really hard to not implode.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like the whole time it was trying those bad moments to not be so bad.
Because it's
You know
uneven.
what I mean? It was uneven.
I
It was
disagree.
very uneven. I thought it was very
I
uneven.
disagree. I thought you're trying hard not to.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, let's give our grades and final thoughts on the film.
Yeah.
That's gonna be it, Jonathan.
Let's see. I would probably give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Whoa.
Awesome.
Whoa.
I thought it was. You know what? Maybe even more. I'm
Whoa.
debating
Hey,
between
be
that or a
honest.
9.
Be honest. Be honest.
What the hell? I'll give it
Yeah,
a 9.
go for it.
Dang,
I had a blast.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Whoa.
To me, it felt like it was the origin of the X-Men. It was like watching.
Exactly.
It was watching the pilot episode of the '90s X-Men
Yeah.
show. Of the X-Men that I grew up
I
with
totally
watching.
feel that way.
Yeah.
Those are the ones who were there.
Yeah.
With the exception of Quicksilver, who wasn't in the series
But he
that
was still
much.
sick. But
He was awesome.
He was awesome. So it
And-
doesn't matter.
It was just a blast. I thought the villain was awesome. I thought the creation of the X-Men were awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great movie. I had a blast watching it.
Cool.
Definitely recommend it.
Awesome. I agree with everything Jonathan says. I loved X-Men Apocalypse. I had a great time. I didn't think I would. I didn't think I would love it, but I really did. The whole time I was watching, I was like, okay, give me something I won't like. Give me something I won't like, and it just never happened. I mean, there were some performances that were hollow, but it didn't hurt the overall film for me. It didn't bug me as much because, like I said, the positivity of the film completely shatters the negativity that I had with it. I had so much fun. I love this film. Throughout every single second of the film, I kept looking over to Daniel and just saying, "Dude, whoa, what?" Like,
but you can't forget the moments that we kept looking
yeah,
at each other.
exactly.
And
Like, what? I could have been handled better, but like, I just felt like my brain was hurting because of just how much I enjoyed it. It was so much fun. I did enjoy the character. He could have been handled better, but I enjoyed what they gave us. The character interactions I absolutely loved. The performances were out of this world, I thought, from Magneto, from Professor X, everyone else other than Mystique, the three other horsemen. Yeah, and like you said, this felt like the origin of the X-Men, something that I'm looking forward to. This is actually kind of like what I wanted from First Class, the characters, at least.
And when they go into the training room and the Sentinel walks out, it was like, oh my god, it's I'm watching the cartoon again.
That's exactly how I felt.
But that's where you see the Cyclops suit, so that was really
exactly.
sick. So you were gonna see the training room from the X-Men, like
I don't think I've ever been so excited about X-Men until this film. Like, this film finally got me so excited. I keep thinking about that song. I loved it.
That's my ringtone.
Yeah, I loved it so much. I also give it a 9 out of 10 just because of how much I loved it. I can't lie to you guys. I can't. I wouldn't want to anyway.
He's trying, but he can't.
Yeah, no, I can't. I love the film. I give it a 9 out of 10 for sure.
This movie.
3.
This movie is fun. It builds up to a big old fight scene that's a lot of fun, and it doesn't amount to much because we all know where it's headed, thanks to Days of Future Past. And so it's just it's filler. It really is just filler. The next one is going to be filler again because it's set in the 90s. But it's still a lot of fun to watch. There's slow moments. There are unbearable moments. But at the same time, there are really cool moments, like with Quicksilver, like with the Phoenix, the Wolverine. But then there's
Magneto.
And then there's other stuff.
Storm.
Yeah. there's other stuff. And I'm just
you just keep going. You know.
Yeah. See,
I don't know, but I don't think he liked that.
It's just an alright film that I'm not really going. It's nothing I'm going to remember. I'm going to remember the best parts rather than the rest of it.
Would you see it again?
I would see the parts that I really liked again, like on YouTube or something. Personally,
I'm gonna go see it again twice.
Like that's. See it again. I'll go see Civil War again.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
I've seen that 4 times.
But
and Batman vs Superman, of course.
I've only seen it once, and that's
whoa. Yeah.
But I'll give it a 6.5. Thought it earned that.
I can't give it a 9 because then that would mean that it's up there with 9 movies, and like that's. Other movies that I've given a 9, this movie, I mean, although it was really fun, and like he's saying, I completely agree with everything that they're saying, actually. That's the thing, is like, we don't disagree on the negatives. It's just, like, it's how the positives and the negatives affected us. I don't think we're arguing. The negatives were too clear, and the positives were so clear. Like, everything was so clear, like, in your face. It was black and white. And so, but for me, because it was, like, almost 50-50, I can't put it with a movie that did everything correctly. I can't do it. I can't give it a 9. But I had fun, and that's what saved the film. Those wow moments did save the film. I give it the exact same grade of a 6.5. So 6.5 for me. 6.5 definitely.
Awesome. Yeah. All right, thank you guys so much for watching our review. We had a blast. I love talking about it with these guys. I'll never forget the experience. I love this movie. Definitely check it out. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. We really appreciate your view. My name is Angel.
I'm Julius.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Jonathan.
And this is the GOAT Movie Podcast. Thank you so much.
See you guys.
Don't forget to check out my channel.